Okay, let's get into it. Just want to go over my pre-market plan and close watch here. Okay, so start the main watch. We got some time. All right, so beautiful, right? I gave you guys the pre-market game plan and the weekly outlook this past weekend, but the market is doing everything that we wanted it to do, right? So when people see the market pulling back, they're panicking. But this is healthy market structure. When you look at this, the market is holding structure, right? We broke this key level. We retested it on Monday. Buyer stepped up. We broke this key level, right? We needed a retest. We got that on Friday, and we still need a retest of this key level if the market wants to pull back. But this market is very, very bullish. As you can see, we're stair stepping higher. Look at that. That's textbook. That's beautiful. So you want to see, right, the market just hold this. You can see coming into today's SPY's already back up here. So this looks really, really good. The market's pulling back to stair step higher, which is textbook. Right, same thing here on the Qs. Right, you gotta understand market structure. This thing is stair stepping higher. Remember, we broke this. What did we just do on Friday? Retested this, and now we're back up here. This is textbook. This is beautiful. So the market is moving higher. It's pushing higher. It's stair stepping higher. That's exactly what you want to see. So I'm hands off here on Tesla, guys. Like I said, just because we're under 450.50. If we can get above 450.50, I'm back on it, right? I'm back on it. Under 450.50, we're dead smack in the middle of the range. So this is what I will be watching here on Tesla. And then NVIDIA, right? Beautiful. We finally got this breakout here over 190.10. So what am I looking for? Pull back long off of 190.10. Textbook. It's going to be on the close watch. And then Apple, right? Apple's at the bottom of the range. We'll love to see Apple, right? Break and retest above 271.40. That is textbook if that sets up because we're getting at the bottom of the range. And then lastly, AMD. We are now officially bullish bias on this name. We broke above 225. So now I'm looking for a pullback long here for 225. Right? We're going to be patient. If it sets up today, it sets up today. If it doesn't, that's fine. We can sit on our hands and wait for this to happen. Or if it wants to stay strong, we'll just be looking for a break and retest over 234.65. Preferably, I would love this just because now getting in here, we're at the bottom of the range before we get back all the way back to the top of the range. But as long as we're above 225 here on AMD, we are bullish bias. Got about a minute, 13 seconds here. So market opens. Let's see. Uh, got about 17 seconds here till market opens. Tesla looks good, right? If Tesla can get over 450.50, we're eyeing the same. Market looks very strong right now. Very strong open on SPY and Qs. Bulls were trading 271.40. Now remember, guys, we just got to be patient, right? Like we just got the big breakout here um, on a lot of these key levels, right? So remember, they still need a retest. They may set up today, they may set up tomorrow, or even Wednesday. So we just got to be patient here. Do have a red floater news here at 7 a.m. Keep that in mind. NVIDIA is in no man's land right now until we pull back. The only one that's pretty much that was starting with a key level here is AMD. So we do have relative strength here on AMD and NVIDIA. Apple and Tesla, those are the names that's pretty much pulling back right now. Apple's heavier. We broke our key level 271 on Friday, and then today we just retested that. Apple's still very bullish. I gave you guys that on the pre-market. We broke. Now we just retested, right? Break and retest. Can't forget as well that even though the market is a little strong, which is good, uh, technically, right? Technically, both SPY and the Qs are still dead smack in the middle of a range. The total market structure is moving higher, but they're both in the middle of a range. AMD sitting at 230 right now. We need this thing to pull all the way back to 225. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Very strong open though. Apple's pretty much the heaviest. Big wick here on AMD on the 15 minute. Very big wick. I don't know if we'll get it, right? We got some ways to go, but we still need a retest here. Can't forget that. I am looking at Tesla too, right? Like I said, as long as Tesla is under 450, I'm hands off. We need to bring a retest above it. I love it. So I am looking at Tesla, guys. It's the only one actually sitting near a key level right now is Tesla. Looking at Tesla, buying this thing. This is what I'll be looking for here. I'm buying Tesla, guys. I'm looking at it'll be one strike price out of the money. So as of right now, that's 452.50 calls. Of course, we need more displacement here. You can see the relative strength here right now on Tesla. Keep this one set up. These are good pullbacks right now. These are good pullbacks right now on AMD and NVIDIA. Tesla's holding up though. That's something that I do like. Pretty much watching NVIDIA. AMD has such a strong open. It's not really sitting near a key level right now. So NVIDIA would really be our main watch here to pull back to 190.10. Right now sitting at 191.80, as you can see. If we break through this lower day, that's solid as well. You can see Tesla's definitely holding up, showing some relative strength here. Like I said, though, these are healthy pullbacks on AMD and NVIDIA. Watching Tesla, guys. Watching Tesla. I just need better displacement here and a candle closure. Q's is pulling back, holding 217.75 on the intraday. That's exactly what you want to see. Holding to 17.75 here on the Qs. Not too focused on AMD right now just because it's not sitting near key level. Neither is NVIDIA, but NVIDIA is closer to its key level than AMD would be. Main focus right now is Tesla. One strike price out of the money, guys. 452.50 calls. Just waiting for this retest. Now we wait. 452.50 calls here on Tesla. Just waiting for this retest. Gonna be patient, hold our water. Mark is pulling back right now. Q's is pulling back. All right, guys, I'm long Tesla. Took the 452.50 calls. Seeing strong buy step up there, I had to take that. Run up the pre-market plan, break and retest over this. Just see if this can hold. I'm spotting relative strength here compared to the overall market. So let's see. We get stopped out here. Market's just too heavy, but it's trying to hold, as you can see. Project definitely trying to defend this. Wow. Solid, solid. Market's pulling back. Tesla's holding. I like that. I'm looking for the bigger RR here, so I'm not really focused on a quick scout. Market is pulling back very heavy right now. At least Q's is. So if we get stopped out here, it's just because market's too heavy. But you can definitely see buyers trying to defend the same or defend our key level here. Yeah, you can definitely see buyers trying to defend this. Look at that. That's happened twice now. That's happened twice. There we go. There we go. Just be patient. Let this play out. Let this play out. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. This is what we do, guys. That is beautiful. Come on. Come on, Tesla. Come on, Tesla. If Qs can reclaim 217.75, this looks solid. It's a winning trade, guys. You guys know me. I'm just looking for the bigger RR. See if we can just get a big push here. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. What a way to start the Monday. What a way to start the week. Come on. Come on. You guys can look to take some off. Those went up over 10%. I'm just being patient here. If I'm spotting relative strength on this name, just going to see if we can get another pop in our favor. Beautiful. All right, I got out there. Can look to hold if you want. Wasn't really trying to be too greedy here. I feel like this thing's going to probably start ripping. I got out there, though. I'm looking at NVIDIA, guys. I'm also looking at NVIDIA. I know I'm moving a little bit fast, but these plays are setting up. This is like a pullback long here on NVIDIA. That was a momentum play here on Tesla. Wasn't looking to be too greedy here. You guys could definitely look to hold Tesla if you want. It's still pretty solid. I'm looking at NVIDIA now. If NVIDIA can give me a reclaim over this, that was right off the pre-market plan, guys. That was beautiful. Did you guys catch that? Nice. Good job, Noah. Solid trade. Solid trade. I'm definitely looking at NVIDIA. I want this candle to close here and then see if I can get a reclaim over this. And then my stop loss would just be right under the lower day here. This is a pullback long off a weekly level. So Tesla still looks super solid. I sold for over 15% on that trade. I'm just being patient here. I just want this candle to close here on NVIDIA. Oh, the candle right there. We do have red photo news at 7. See what Q's is doing. Give me one sec. It's worth the risk for me here. So I'm a deeper pullback a little bit. Isn't that like 2 days in a row for you guys on Tesla? I think so. Actually, three, right? Because last Monday we took a trade on Tesla. Friday we went long on Tesla, and then today. I think that's 3 days in a row for you guys, right? I know I ended up taking AMD last Friday. Yeah, super solid here on Tesla. Look at that. Right. This is why I really wanted this candle. Wait for this candle to close here on AM. I'm sorry, on Nvidia. Could just be a peak and fell. Could just be a peak and fell. Right now, Q's really isn't doing much. Q's really isn't doing much. There's relative strength on SPY compared to Q's. SPY is breaking above the high day. So AMD's pulling back heavy. Keep in mind, that's a good thing. That's what I want to see. We did really good being patient here, selling into this peak high right there. Very happy with that. See this candle, right? I know most people probably would have entered that. That's exactly why I wait for a candle to close. Because it's the same trade. It's the same stop loss, right? Like when I wait for the candle to close, I'm still having my stop loss be the lower day. So I want to see this candle form above my key level with momentum. That's what I want to see, right? So because it's going to be the same stop loss, but your entry matters. So once again, right, Nvidia has fallen or fell under 190.10. So a peak and fell seems so. Yeah, I definitely would have got stopped out here on um, on Tesla by moving this. So my stop loss would have been, yeah, right here. Like I said, guys, I'm never the trader that's going to sell at peak high or peak low. This was really a momentum play because we didn't have a swing high to target. Those contracts went over 15%, at least for me. But the only way to catch the big moves is being in the trade. So, this thing pulled back, but you can see now it's holding, right? It's holding every 5 minute candle thus far. I'm being patient here on the video because I understand that this can possibly be a squeeze, right? That looks good. So since buyers did show their hands here, I would look for a reclaim with momentum on the video if that sets up. Some big wiki candles here on Tesla. I am watching the video, guys. This is off a weekly level. That's a big deal. If we can get over 190.10, that's solid. I want to see us get a candle close above and then give me momentum. Like I said, I would be risking pretty much under here, candle close under. Were you able to catch that, Jason, on Tesla to the upside? 2 for 2 on the new year. Love to see it. Let's do it. Beautiful. Yeah, I definitely would have cut Tesla at that point. Being patient here on the video. Being very patient here. Yeah. Everything's kind of pulling back. I'm watching AMD too, right? These are pullback lines. The only thing is we have red photo news at 7 a.m. So, that's really the main thing. This is a beautiful trade here on Tesla. I'm long NVIDIA. I want you guys just being one and done. I'm playing with profits here. And then of course I scale down. But big pop here on the overall market. It's just worth it for me. This is off a weekly level. So I want to see if this can hold. Nice. Nice. Really just a scalp for me here. NVIDIA can hold this though. It looks solid. Beautiful trade. All right, I'm out there. Nice. Quick scalp. Solid. I already had the big play here on Tesla. And then we got red photo news coming out. So what a day. What a day. Nice. You guys know me. I'm pretty big on one and done. So that's 2 days in a row of taking two trades in a single day. That's a big deal for me. It's a bit more conservative here. But these are some big plays setting up. Like if you guys want, you could definitely look, for a pullback along here off AMD. This is a beautiful retest. I'm mainly happy Tesla setup because Tesla's gonna. Ah, did you get filled late, Jason? Yeah. Ah, I've been there. I've been there. It's all good, brother. It's all good. We always got tomorrow. Still a good trade though. Still a good trade. I don't know if you remember 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was like 3 weeks ago. I accidentally went long on on Apple. I did not mean to do that. So I've done it too. I've done it too. Right. Still a green day, right? Didn't lose anything. But my fingers accidentally hit the buy or hit the sell before too. Very annoying, I know. Solid trade on Tesla. That was a good scalp here on NVIDIA. Yeah, see, it's not just you, Jason. Trust me, I've had my fair share, and it won't be the last. It would not be the last. I promise you that much. I will do that again. I'm highly sure of it. Uh, that's pretty much it. I mean, Jason, if you want, you could really look for this, right? This pullback long off of 225. I would kind of want to wait here until red folder news passes. As we know, red folder news invalidates technical analysis. I would kind of want to see, right, AMD do that, like a base, right? Just showing wicks, buyers defending this, and then that good sell here on the video. It was just a scalp. We couldn't get above this. And then I noticed on the intraday, right, look at the body of the candles. They just keep closing right here. Yeah, not the best day on Qs. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Not the best day on Qs, or best open, I guess. Still too early to say, but see what I mean? Qs just sitting sideways. That's why this was such a great trade here, because there's just a lot of relative strength here on Tesla. And it's funny, if you guys watch the pre-market game plan and weekly outlook that I had coming into this week, the main thing that I said on Tesla, which is so funny, is I said I'm hands off if Tesla's under 450.50. But I said I would not count this name out. The reason for that being is I said just because we're down here means nothing, right? Because this day, right? History likes to repeat itself, and Tesla's just a strong name. Tesla ended up selling off, right, at the end of the day, but then look what we did during the after hours, right? And then look what we did during the pre-market. So you think like, all right, this name's out of here, and then it does something like that. And today's like a great example on why I say never count Tesla out, right? Because Tesla just moves so much in a dollar amount. So look at this. Tesla came all the way to 435. The low, we actually ended up closing under our weekly level 440, based really all after hours and pre-market, right? And then crazy open, right? Breaking retest over 450.50, which is still holding up, as you can see. So super solid here on Tesla. Just a relative strength compared to the overall market. Not the cleanest price action, as you can see. So I'm very happy with the sell because I sold into pretty much that peak high just because I have a swing high to target. But you can see, right? Definitely holding. This thing is holding. Look at that. Beautiful. We took our shot here just because we saw this big wick, which is showing me strong buyers just stepping in. Um, but now you can see, right, NVIDIA is just reflecting QQQ now at this point because Qs is just chopping sideways. No, there's nothing going on Qs. Red folder news is happening right now, so let's see what sets up. Love to see that, right? This is what I meant by you want to see the base and then strong buyers step up. Typically, I'll wait 2 minutes after red folder news passes. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, so wasn't too hot, right? Wasn't too hot. Forecast is 48, previous is 48, 58, 50 now. Not, it's not reflecting on the market, which is good. Yeah, AMD is really trying to hold this. Look at Tesla. These names are trying to hold for sure. Tesla was the best shot today. It's the best shot. But look at the before we wrap it up, look at the price action here on right SPY. Nothing. Just sideways. So it's one of the reasons why I just love Tesla, because Tesla does its own thing. Sometimes you really don't even need the overall market to align in your favor with Tesla. But right, look at SPY and then look at Qs. This is the price action we're dealing with at open, right, on these names. Right? Nothing. Nothing at all. So you can see that reflecting on the video. AMD still pulling back, but this could just be a squeeze, right? I would love to see that. That's a big deal. And then clearly, right, Tesla was the breadwinner for today. So pretty much got two opportunities here on Tesla, right? We took the aggressive one, playing momentum to the upside. This is the more conservative one because now, okay, you enter here and then you can sit in this trade to target the swing high. See the difference there? So when I'm playing momentum, I'm trailing my trade very differently, right? Because I don't have a swing high to target, and then hopefully, right, this turns into support, and then you continue to hold your position. So when I got out, it's pretty much sold into that high up day there as the market started to pull back, and I saw Tesla stall just a little bit. Right, you can see these wicks on the 2 minute, right? Just very wicky. So it's a little tough, but still solid trade, 15% on a Monday. And so far, that was pretty much the bread and butter play because now we can see NVIDIA just doing this. And then, if AMD stays under 225, I'm hands off here. But this is beautiful, right? Right off the pre-market line. I was looking for Apple. Apple was the one I was looking for. We're still bullish bias on the same. I wanted Apple to reclaim 271.40, right? Because if we get over 271.40, we're getting in at the bottom of the range, or we get back to the top of the range. But great example here on right key levels, just old support turns into resistance. Look at this. This was the breakout on Friday. What did we just do? Got the retest. Really that simple. See what I mean? So we're still very, very bullish bias here on Apple. We're just going to be looking for this now, waiting. Right? I love the confluence here because if this sets up tomorrow, we're also above the previous day high. Looks good. Just got to be very, very patient. Other than that, okay, so yes, SPY and Qs. Now they're starting to get some momentum. SPY is breaking through the high day. You can see this was the more conservative entry. I'm just explaining this to you guys so you know the difference of my entries, right? I took a break and retest, but see this displacement? That was all I needed. When I saw this wick, showed me strong buyer step in, I took that shot. This is a more conservative entry, right? You got the retest, and now you can just kind of sit in this and let it gravitate towards high day. So same trade, but managed completely differently. So I just want to teach you that, right? It's very different when you're playing a momentum play versus targeting, an intraday swing high or swing low. And then besides, we managed it on the 5 minute, so we would have got stopped out anyway, as we trailed that. Yeah, Tesla looks good. Tesla looks really good. Even AMD, like something on AMD is you would want to see it. Yeah, you would want to see this, like a momentum candle on this, scale accordingly, and like your stop loss would just have to be the lower day because it has to be breakup structure. You just want to wait for strong buyers to step up. Right, this is a pullback long to a weekly level, so this is something that could take some time. See something like that. This is just doing that. Yeah, Tesla was the really bright winner. Right, like I've been, telling you guys. Everyone's looking at Tesla and it's like, oh, Tesla's done, this and that. We have to pull back in order to continue higher. And something I said is look left, right? Look at all these daily candles. We just went on a crazy rip to the upside, a crazy rip. So we're just looking for the dip buy. We're just waiting for a key level where buyers can step up and push this thing higher. So it goes hand in hand, right? We can't go to the upside for 3, 4 weeks in a row, just straight upside, and then not expect a couple of days in a row of pullbacks. See what I mean here? So, I mean, I know I broke this down on the weekly outlook, but market structure has not been broken on this name. We're still very bullish bias, very bullish bias. So who knows? Was this the dip, right? In order to continue higher, we won't know until we know. But we do know that buyers defended, stepped up here aggressively at 440. That's no surprise, right? That's a weekly level. And today Tesla's pretty much the leader on all the tech names. So Tesla's back in play. But we've been watching this thing, right? I think that's 3 days in a row we've taken a trade on Tesla. But yeah, I am going to call it here. Still, Jason, that was a good shot. It happens, man. It definitely happens. It's happened to me, but at least you won the trade. At least you won the trade. I've had my mistakes of selling too early too, especially on active trader. I got my finger right on the buy or on the sell, and I'm so focused on looking at my chart, I didn't realize that I pressed buy or sell. So it sucks. It sucks. But so far, the market's back in play. A lot of opportunities. We're gonna keep the ball rolling, so don't even stress it. But definitely gonna call it here. Right, that's 2 days in a row now that we've had a quick work day. I think that trade was right before. Let me see. Yeah, 6:38. So 8 minutes into market open, we took that trade. So that's kind of what I mean when I say it was a little bit of an aggressive entry, but it checked my criteria. I got the breakout, I got the displacement, I got the retest. Now my job is just to take my shot. And we even sat through this when it did pull back. Right, this thing pulled back twice on us, and buyers stepped up very aggressively, pushing this, defending this level 450.50. So we did our job, right? Finding a key level. Look at that, super solid. So starting the new year off right, starting the week off right, the month off right. It's been super good. Let's keep this thing going. But Tesla, yeah, it's definitely the one. So I just hope that it can stay above 450.50. Yeah, it does look strong. It does. So like I said, as long as Tesla's above 450.50, it's in play. It's in play. Under 450.50, right? Like I said, it's just back in this channel. Give me 1 sec. It's just back in this channel. Dead smack middle of the range, which is what I don't want. So as long as it's above, we're good. I'm still looking for this, right? And this is straight down. Look at these daily candles, straight down. So straight down equals straight up. There's a lot of thin volume in there to be filled. A lot. So Tesla's in play. Market looks really good. Market looks strong. Right now, as we speak, SPY and QQQ is trying to break through the high a day. So yeah, Tesla looks great, man. Yeah, Tesla looks really good. Even AMD looks good. AMD is like one you gotta be patient and like try and time this, but even AMD looks good. Like this is just a beautiful, that would look really solid. On something like this, right, I would have to scale down here so I can let the break of structure be my stop loss. But like I said, when you scale down, it doesn't matter because it's a win-win. And what do I mean by win-win when you scale down on a trade? Especially if it's a big RR, is if you lose the trade, you took a very small loss because you scaled down. But if you win the trade, right, look at your RR. So you're still going to cash out. Still going to cash out. And then, right, since you scaled down from your average position size, your loss is going to be smaller than your average loss. So next time when you take a trade on the normal position size and you win that trade, right, it's wiping out the small loss and you're green on the day. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not too big on scaling up for a certain trade, but scaling down, you can always scale down because even if you lose, it's still a smaller loss, right? Remember, risk managers before traders. But yeah, definitely gonna call it here. We're gonna keep this thing going, keep the momentum going. Solid. Tesla's blessed us 2 days in a row now. AMD, Nvidia setting up. I would love to see these names hold. We'll see what happens, right? Because these are two weekly levels. These are two weekly levels. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. So we'll see, right? At the end of the day, NVIDIA is defending, right, this weekly. It may look like crap on the 2 minute, but remember, we're trading on the higher time frame. So this looks good, right? From a weekly standpoint, this looks really, really good. And that's all we're looking for. And you can see AMD setting up, right? Just little base. Can we get that curl to the upside? Won't know until we know. But solid day here. Tesla's breaking through the high day, moving higher. Beautiful. Yeah, solid day. So our key names are back into play. I would say the only one that's, unfortunately kind of out of the mix right now is Apple. That's the only one that's kind of just lagging behind and we're waiting. You can see here, look at this. This is the daily candle. So remember, in the pre-market plan I gave you this weekend, I've been saying our 271.40 has really been doing its job because all we got to do is look left. Look how many times, Apple falls under, but look where the body of the candle closed, even on Friday, right? Just right above our key level. Weeks through the damage body tells the story. So Apple's in play. To me, I'm still seeing this as like a bull flag setting up here. Look at that. But when it comes to market structure on Apple, it does look the cleanest, in my opinion, right? These are just healthy. Look at that. We got to pull back in order to get higher, right? The market is designed to go up. It's designed to go up. So right now on Apple, now we're just wait for this. It's either going to be over 271 or a pullback off of 265.30. And all you got to do is look left and see how well this level has been defended. We're just looking for the dip here on Apple. But like I said on Friday, when Apple wants to run, it can run. Look at all these days compressed, and then look how much Apple moved in a single day. So don't sleep on this name, right? My thesis is this thing's gonna be very dry like it's been, just consolidating, and then it's just going to be hot. It's just going to be hot once it reclaims the key level, buyer step up, and then we're just going to be looking at this every day. So that's just what Apple does, but this is just healthy, right? Look left, it's done that, moved higher. It's done that, moved higher. It's done that, moved higher, and now it's doing it again on the pullback, and now we're just waiting for it to move higher. So solid day here, guys. Market looks good. Everything looks good. I do think AMD may hold. It's a slow mover. I understand that. Tesla was the breadwinner. This thing just broke above the high day. So this was the pretty much the more, I'm not going to say a better entry, but this was the more conservative entry, right? But I'm always going to take a momentum play because as you know, options pay you more on momentum. So this was a great entry for me, but as you can see the difference of the plays, right? Because now you enter here more conservative, and now you can just let market structure tell you when to exit versus when you're playing the momentum play, you're exiting that trade or that play based on the momentum. Are we stalling? Are we rallying? What is the market doing? So you're going to manage it very differently. So I hope that makes sense. And then you can clearly see today's the day where Tesla has relative strength compared to all these other names, right? So solid day here. Even though it's a quick day, a lot of information to learn. So I hope you guys learn some stuff on just how I manage this trade from a momentum play versus a break and retest. And now we have a swing high to target, right? Very different. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. I will have that pre-market game plan out for you guys right when market close because I do have a busy day today. And as always, you guys got any questions, email me, text me, doesn't matter. I got you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow.